What's up, gamers, and welcome to another episode of Like or Dislike, where we look at some of the latest games that come out. I give you an overview of the game, tell you about the pros, the cons, talk about the graphics, a little bit of the story, all while showing gameplay all at the same time. And today we are looking at Antiprism. Now, Antiprism is a VR shooter game. Now, it's mixed with bullet hell-like combat, so if you're into bullet hell-like games and you got a VR, you might want to check this out. Now, what makes this unique is you control two ships, one with each stick, and you use them to avoid incoming fire and to shoot back. Now, story-wise, you play as two characters that are on the run from space pirates and an evil army when they travel to an area called the Gong and discover something that could change everything. You have 6 chapters that you can play, each with branching side missions where you can earn new weapons and equipment, credits to upgrade your ships, while doing all this in VR. And it's pretty interesting. Like I said, you have 6 chapters you can play, you have side missions that you can do you don't want to do, and for each mission you play, you have anywhere from 3 to 5 stages within that mission. So you have to clear all those stages to complete that particular mission. Now, along with the campaign mode, you also have an endless survival mode where you can go wave after wave earning gear and weapons. Now, everything you earn in survival mode stays there just like the campaign. So don't think about you can go grind out in survival mode and bring all that into campaign and vice versa. No, that stays in survival mode and that stays in campaign mode. One thing I also did like about the campaign mode, you can go back and replay the missions and go to get gear again. Because when you earn that gear or you earn that weapon, you only earn it one time. So if you want to get it for both ships, you just replay through the mission again and get it again, which I thought was pretty nice. Now, you have a decent variety of enemies that will fill your view with bullets and lasers and everything else they can throw at you. You might even feel like they're trying to shoot you and not the ships when you're playing in VR. When I first started playing, I really felt like they was hitting me and not the ships, and I was freaking out. But after a couple of hours getting into it, I got more adjusted to it. Now, it gets interesting because you'll have certain parts of the missions where you'll be flying through asteroid fields and it really feels like the rocks are going to hit you. And you'll have asteroids that might be floating throughout the missions and you can blow them apart to get resources as well. Now, graphics wise, the game is very nice and the combat is very fun. Like I said earlier, you can replay the levels, but it'll never be the same pattern or number of enemies. One time you play through a mission, you may start off with 3 enemies on the first stage. You play it again, you may start off with 5 enemies this time. So I definitely like that. It didn't make it feel so mundane. Now, I did run into a few crashes while playing the game, and I learned if I just get off the game for a little bit, it would just push through it. But I can understand that crashes can be annoying to anybody playing the game. So keep that in mind if you're looking at getting this for your VR headset. Now, all this footage that you guys are seeing being captured is from my Oculus Rift S. That is the VR headset that I was using to play the game and capture this footage. And that's pretty much the review of the game. With that being said, let's take a look at the pros versus the cons. Starting off with the pros, the first one we're going to look at is the gameplay. Overall, the gameplay is fun. It's definitely a bullet hell style game. Using 2 controllers, using them as the ships, is very interesting because you could lose one ship, and as long as you have the other ship, you'll be fine. You go to the next stage of that mission and the other ship is back. But it definitely makes it very fun and interesting using both ships, and you can maneuver them. However you want to move the controllers, you can maneuver them, so you can be dodging bullets while shooting them back. Now, the next part we're going to look at is the upgrades. The upgrades along with the gear and the weapons. They give you a good variety of weapons that definitely play a different part. Everywhere from shotguns to grenade launchers to railguns, and they all work different. And you can upgrade those weapons and your gear, like your shields, your ship's hull, to make them stronger to withstand getting hit. So I thought that was pretty nice. And the last part we're going to look at is the fact you're using 2 ships. A lot of times in these type of games, you only got 1 ship and that's it. I thought it was very interesting. I thought it was a very unique concept for them to use 2 ships, and literally, like I said, 1 stick is each ship, and you move the ships how you want to because you have them in your hands. So I thought that was pretty nice. It definitely makes it stand out from other shooter games like that. So with the pros done, let's take a look at the cons. First con we're going to look at is the game does crash sometimes. I saw as I got deeper into the chapters, it started crashing a lot, and that's when I had to take a break from it, and it started running fine. But I still did run into crashes from time to time. So if you're not a person that's fond of that, I recommend probably hold off, let them get an update, let them get a patch out, and that usually fixes all that. But for right now, if you're playing through it, that's probably going to be your biggest issue running through it. The next con we're going to look at is the story. Now, the story is pretty much right there in front of you. There's dialogue, but there's no voice acting. There's no cutscenes. It's just pretty much you read some text before the next mission. It does help explain the story some, but I felt like they could have probably did some more with the story. Like I said, just do like little cutscenes, animated cutscenes or something. Make it feel more immersive. And the last con we're going to look at, the game can be repetitive. Because at the end of the day, you go into each stage and you're shooting up everything. You're shooting up ships, you're shooting up pirates. You're basically shooting everything. It's a bullet hell style game. But these type of games are very repetitive, but very addictive and fun to a lot of people. So if you're not into the bullet hell style games, this may not be the game for you. But that's pretty much the review of it. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments below. If you got a VR headset and you think about getting it, let me know. If you already got it, let me know what you like and don't like about the game. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to smash that like button. Let me know you enjoy games like this and reviews like this. I'll work on doing more reviews. As you guys see, this is my first VR review, so I plan on doing more in the future. And as always, if you haven't already subscribed, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I talk about stuff going on in the gaming and tech world. I do reviews of some of the latest games and tech that's out. I do top 10 new games coming out every month and so much more. Make sure to follow me on Twitter and my other social media pages so you can keep up to date with what's going on. Or if you want to reach out to me. I love talking about gaming, so don't be afraid to hit me up. You can also catch me streaming on Twitch. I stream usually every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday, playing a variety of AAA, indie, VR games, and just having fun. So if you want to see some of these games I do reviews on being played in real life, you know where to find me. You can chat up with me, and I'll give you my thoughts as I'm playing the game. But this is Proto, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.